From the National Weather Service in Raleigh, it's Nick Petro with your routine Thursday weekly briefing for Central North Carolina. Today's briefing covers a period through basically today through the 20th of January, so 14th through the 20th, so next 6-7 days or so. And all right, so before let's see, let me show something here. All right, so here's the current observations and basically what's happening right now. And you can see temperatures in the 40s. There's a couple 30s readings, upper 30 readings there across the western Piedmont. And all these clouds are very low clouds. And once we get rid of these clouds, then that'll leave the rest of the day with mostly sunny conditions. As we look upstream, let me zoom out here, and we could see these are current temperatures, as I pointed out. And you could see much colder air back up across the northern plains and Midwest, and up into Canada. Of course, it's going to be bitterly cold up into northern Canada. Of course, hopefully we don't get any of that kind of air mass to come down south. But nevertheless, there is a low pressure system and developing cold front with this area of cloudiness and radar returns. And as that system basically moves to the east and southeast, then that will usher in some of this colder air that's seen over the central and northern plains. That'll usher in some of that colder air to central North Carolina over the weekend. All right. So I just thought I'd start with this to show you where our air is coming from. All right. So let me close this out, and we'll get to the usual slides here. And of course, in the today slide in the upper, or the today graphic in the upper left, you can see there's the developing cold front and the weather system that is ultimately going to push through here late tomorrow. In the meantime, high pressure will provide fair and seasonable weather today and tonight. That front will sweep across the Carolinas late in the day tomorrow on Friday. We could see a few light rain showers ahead of it and along that front Friday and Friday night. And I'll underline the word rain. We're not. I think you have to get up into Virginia before the precip with that front would be anything other than rain, or over into the mountains, of course. Okay, and then cold air will pour into our area on Saturday. It'll stick around for Sunday. There are some models that suggest maybe a few snow flurries could fly through the air on Saturday, maybe late Saturday. The amounts are so light, and most of the models don't even show it, quite frankly. So we're not expecting any hazardous impacts at this time. It might be fun to see it if you're lucky and see one, but I think most people probably won't see it. All right, and then another reinforcing shot of cold air will arrive early next week, probably on Monday, and then some cold rain showers, or maybe some light snow showers mixing in, because it'll be cold already, before that system gets here. And remember, it's always best to get the cold air here first. And that's what we had missing last week. Was we had some cold air, but it just wasn't cold enough for last week's weather system that was supposed to bring us snow but didn't. So in this case, maybe the pattern's a little bit better, but I think the amounts would be negligible or very light if anything happens at all. So we'll be lucky in that regard. So, but I just wanted to mention that some cold rain showers or maybe some light snow showers are possible late on Monday. But again, little or no impacts just simply because the amounts aren't there. And then finally, once we get rid of that system, then high pressure will build over again. So look for dry and seasonable weather for the midweek period. All right. So all in all, when you add it all up, really not too bad. Seasonably cold. It is January after all. So, I mean, we shouldn't be too surprised that we're going to have a cool down this weekend and into Monday. So anyway, here's the rainfall, the accumulated precip forecast through the next couple days. And you can see there's those amounts on Friday, which will be, by the way, very light, less than 1/2 of an inch for just about everybody. And then pretty much dry the rest of the period. All right, no risk for flash flooding the next 3 days. No thunderstorms expected the next 3 days. And as we head to the 8 to 14 day outlook, which, these things have been all over the place because of, just variability in the models. We've all heard about the sudden stratospheric warming that's been in the news. And there's a lot of great deal of uncertainty and unpredictability with, when chunks of that cold air could break off and head south. due to that phenomena. But basically, right now, and again, this could change. 8 to 14 day outlooks, always come with low confidence. But generally, we're kind of in that transition zone from warming back up to. I'll point out the below normal temperatures up in the northern plains. We'll see if any of that comes to the east. But at least for that period of time, it looks like we're on the warmer side of a transition. And then at generally near normal precip, let's say, during that time frame, and that would be like not the last week of January, but that interim time just before the last week of January. All right, so anyway, let's wrap this up. High pressure will provide fair and seasonable weather today and tonight. Cold front will sweep across the Carolinas late tomorrow, late Friday. We could see a few light rain showers, again, rain along and ahead of it Friday night. Then colder air will pour into our area on Sunday. We'll have a few days below normal temps, perhaps a few snow flurries on Saturday. Again, no hazards expected with that. Another reinforcing shot of cold air for Monday. Maybe some cold rain showers or light snow showers rather, but amounts would be very, very, very light, so no impacts with that. And then dry and seasonable for the midweek period. There's the details there at the bottom. And then I'll leave you with this graphic, and I've sent this out via our email list, so everybody should have seen this already. But, this will be a fun class. This will just be sort of informational. I've got room for 1,000 people. We're up to about 130 or so that have registered, so there's still plenty of room if you're interested. Of course, it'll be recorded, and we'll upload it to our YouTube page. But basically, we're just going to talk about winter weather patterns, winter safety, what's the correct way to measure snow, how to get those snowfall reports to us. We'll talk about why it's so challenging to predict winter weather here in the Carolinas. So it'll be a fun, roughly 90-minute class. We're going to do it in the evening. This way, hopefully most people will be free, but certainly all are welcome. And there's the link to register.